out for that homeless guy. Let me just check and make sure if the mic's good. I'm creating a really bad habit of filming these videos like immediately after I take a shower. And my hair looks all goofy and wet in like every single one of my videos now. Today is going to be a very fun day, my friends. It has been quite a hot minute since we've done a comparison video that I've actually wanted to do. You guys like the thumbnail I used for this video? You want to see how I got it? What is up, all you crusty, custom Les Paul loving cocks? Den here. And today we are going to be pitting this $1,300 IBGC Epiphone Les Paul Custom up against a vintage Greco made in Japan Les Paul Custom. Now, why am I comparing these two guitars? As you can clearly see, both of these guitars are white and gold Les Paul Customs. There's some people out there that swear up and down to the Lord Almighty that these guitars are actually blue and black, but those people have brainworms. Both of these guitars were about the same price. So I wanted to see if you get the most bang for your buck from an officially licensed brand made in China or a lawsuit era off-brand made in Japan. We're gonna make these guitars rub fronts, fight to the death, and see which one of them has the biggest gazongas this side of the Mississippi. Did you guys see that video of Jamie Lee Curtis? My goodness. Those things have their own orbit. So if you're unaware of how we do comparisons around here, I'm gonna talk about these guitar specs and all their unique little quirks and quabs, and I'll sprinkle some side-by-side playing comparisons in between all that. But towards like the halfway point of the video, we usually do a big old gambit of playing comparisons. I got a few plugins, so I do like a bunch of different kinds of tones. I got transpose dials on my plugins, so we're gonna use different tunings also. It's a grand old time. I really like making these videos. We're gonna start off with my 2024 Epiphone Inspired by Gibson Custom Shop Les Paul Custom. Boy, that is a mouthful. That's why they call it IBGC, because no one wants to say that word salad every single time. I paid about $1,300 for this guitar the day they were released. Made a whole gaggle-ass of videos with this thing, and I came to the conclusion that I do like this guitar, but I do not think it's worth the $1,300 price tag. In my humble, throbbing opinion, I believe this is a $900 guitar that is being sold for $1,300. But I do really like it. Yo! The IBGC Epiphone Les Paul Custom essentially has the exact same specs as a modern day Gibson Les Paul Custom. That means the body is comprised of a mahogany body and a maple cap. We have a mahogany neck and an ebony fretboard. We've got a Graphtec nut and a Gibson open book headstock on this model of Epiphone. Everyone acts like this alone justifies the price, but that is a bold statement. Unfortunately, this guitar comes with kidney button shaped Grover tuners, which work fine, but again, they are the kidney button shape. You like having 6 to 8 little bell ends on the headstock of your guitar? I personally do not. The neck shape on this guitar is described as a medium C shape, which I believe it is a tad bit thinner than a medium C, but I guess if we're rounding up, you could call it a medium C. 22 medium jumbo frets that they're fine. Moving on to the electronics, this guitar comes with Gibson 490R and 498T pickups. We got 4 CTS pots with Mallory capacitors. We got a Switchcraft switch and a Switchcraft jack. It's right there. Oh yeah, both the big beautiful headstock diamond and the inlays are made out of real mother of pearl. So that's fun. That justifies the $1,300 price tag, doesn't it? And then of course we got a Locktone Tune-o-matic stop bar bridge and tailpiece, which is very nice because it doesn't go flying all over the place when you change strings. Moving on to my Greco EGC 600. This guitar was built in 1990 from Fujigen in Japan. Now I know what you're all saying, 1990 is vintage now? It is, and I'm just as heard about it as you are. This guitar is also a mahogany body with a maple cap. The neck on this one is also made out of mahogany, but the fretboard is a rosewood fretboard, which is, you know, it's a little bit of a but I think this rosewood fretboard is dark enough to where it gets the pass. Moving up towards the headstock, we have a full-blown bone nut. As you can see, this also has the beautiful Gibson open book headstock. Now, I'm not too positive what the tuners are on this one. They just say made in Japan. And even though whoever installed these tuners did not have a straight edge, these tuners come with the proper keystone button shape, because Fujigen actually respects the Les Paul shape and understands that it's supposed to have keystone buttons, not those disgusting fuck-ass kidney button tuners. Spit on you. Now, the neck shape on this guitar was described to me as a slim C, and I would say that's accurate. I would say it is just a tad bit thinner than the IBGC neck, but not by very much at all. Now, I believe these were originally 22 medium jumbo frets, but since this guitar is from 1990, I believe these frets have been crowned and dressed a couple of times because they are getting pretty low. it almost feels like I'm playing a fretless wonder, which is a unique experience, and I mean, I got used to it, but I do prefer some bigger frets, and I think the first major mod project we are gonna do on this guitar might just be a refret, because despite the frets being pretty low, they are also getting pretty worn. Moving on to the electronics, this guitar does not have the stock pickups. Instead, they have been replaced with Manlius T-top replica pickups, which sound pretty freaking good if you ask me. I'm not sure what pots and capacitors are in this thing. Now, if you watch my unboxing video of this guitar, you know it originally came with like gold shroud pickup covers. I just took those off. I would rather it either have full-blown gold covers or just be uncovered. So we're gonna rock the Steve Jones vibe on this one for a little while. I'm not sure what kind of three-way toggle switch is on this guitar, but it is a little loose and a little crusty. I'm also unaware of what brand made the bridge on this guitar, but it is a full-blown ABR1 replica. This is a brand new guitar still, essentially. And this one is 35 years old. So as you can see, the Greco has gotten a little bit of a tan over the years, which I personally love. Now, one of the big things that we need to address is the fact that this guitar has covered pickups and this guitar has uncovered pickups. And that does affect the tone a little bit. So I would expect the pickups in the Greco to be just a bit hotter. And again, these guys have like essentially the same neck shape. Now that I'm feeling them both up at the same time, just doing anything for you guys? It's a little dry. I think the neck on the Greco is a little bit narrower. The Epiphone is just like maybe a little bit wider. It's got those hips, you know? But it's not bad. It's not a crazy difference, really. You gotta be fondling them both at the same time to feel the difference. The Greco EGC 600 comes with a volute on the neck. The IBGC Epiphone does not. The Greco has Gibson's 17-degree headstock angle, while Epiphone keeps Epiphone's 13-degree headstock angle, which I actually prefer on the Epiphone. Like the headstock doesn't need to be this far back. It looks crazy. So it's weird, the Epiphone doesn't have as much of a headstock angle, but it also doesn't come with a volute. Meanwhile, the Greco has a volute, but it's got that crazy 17-degree headstock angle. But for all the ladies out there who prefer their partner's cannoli to have a dramatic change in direction, maybe you'll like the Greco a little bit more. In my mind, one of the biggest things that makes a Les Paul Custom a Les Paul Custom is the big, beautiful, oversized diamond inlay. Even though the Greco one has that little line going through it, and the Epiphone one is a real mother of pearl inlay, I think I still prefer the Greco one just because it's bigger. I am a size queen when it comes to Les Paul Custom headstock diamonds. As you can see on the IBGC Les Paul Custom, the bridge isn't drilled directly into the body. It has a little post that's plugged into the body and then the bridge screws into that. However, on the Greco, the bridge is just screwed directly into the body. Now, when it comes to the reputation of quality control and consistency, the Greco is going to win that one because made in Japan guitars are pretty romanticized for their consistency and their quality control. Everybody has a CNC machine now, but if there's any country that I would say has the top spot when it comes to consistency and quality control, it is probably Japan. Epiphone doesn't really have the best reputation when it comes to consistency and quality control. I will say that while I was doing this playing comparison, the Epiphone went out of tune more often than the Greco did. I knew I was forgetting something. I'm glad I remembered it. The bodies on these guitars are different shapes. If you would focus your attention on the horns of both of these guitars, you will see that they are different. That is because the Greco has the proper Gibson body shape, while Epiphone uses a slightly different version of the Les Paul body shape. That's one of the big things that actually hold people back from buying an Epiphone. I don't know if it's because Gibson doesn't allow them to use the exact shape, but it's a change that I would like to see changed. I think those are all the specs, similarities, and differences betwixt these two guitars. Enough of the little cock teases. Let's clench our sphincters and get knuckles deep into the full-blown playing comparisons.
Dance, Stuart, dance!
crunching time.
Well, that certainly was one of the most plain comparisons of all time. So now your guys' job is to go down there in the comments and let me know what you think. Which guitar do you think sounded better? Which guitar do you think has the better specs? Which guitar do you think is more bang for your buck? Did that added headstock angle on the Greco get you off just a little bit more? Or did the real mother of pearl inlays on the Epiphone tickle your particular pickle? Definitely go down there and leave a comment. I am very excited to see what you guys have to say. But I think we are finally going to wrap up the video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. I really hope you enjoyed. Once again, go down there, give me a comment, leave your thoughts and opinions. Share the video around, smack the bitch out of that like button. Man, I just filmed this whole thing and I didn't have my earrings. God damn it. Mother thicker. I always forget to put these stupid things in my stupid ears. But yeah, if you regularly watch my videos and you haven't already subscribed, thanks, shit ass. Can you get in my fucking ear? I don't wear these things for a day and then my ears start closing like a bitch. Yeah, maybe stop disappointing your parents and press subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Are you fucking kidding me? Thank you. God. Real quick, I want to give a big shout out and a thank you to Julio Moreira, Big Tills, Master Chief, Scott Toman, Leagues Beneath, Jan Chocolate, Bandage Knives, Brandon's Ballast Corner, Bad Joke Guitars, Rob Heath, Solar Flare, A Horse Running, and Cosmic Steez. These honeys are my current channel members and their support really does mean a lot. If you want to join them, get a shout out in my longer videos, get access to the members only videos, and just help support this channel in a bigger way, then you can go down there, click the join button. Tiers start as low as $3. That's right, I'm gonna actually say it's $3 this time. I'm not gonna say schleemies or schmeckles. It's $3. There's other tiers, you can pay more if you want, but the base one is $3. There's also the super thanks button down there if you just want to give me some money, but I'm done being a tool. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. So as they say in Canada, peace out.